boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders. This is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Bravery Studios in Garfield, New Jersey. I am Dark Messiah 2.0. I am this male boy and the CEO. In case you did not know, every time that I come, it is time to go. Because a boy don't pillow talk with these hoes. And on the phone, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz that talks all the shit.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Alex The MF'n Heel, a.k.a. the Stanley of Podcasters, also known as the leader of the Fuck The McMahon group, the FTR, and now also some Instagram page that's a bitch with deleting my comments.
We'll get to that. We will get there. We're going to get there.
Word. Also known as Man Appear Girl to come to crawl space, have a run into a crawl space.
And on the boards, he's figuring out all these new gadgets and gadgets that we got here at Bravery Studios, Mr. J Kid.
No, it's your boy J Kids, the franchise on the ones and twos, giving you that ultra wrestling heel news. Oh, we got some juice.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
All right, let's since we got a lot to talk about, let's jump into the cheeks. We got two favorites. Uh-oh. We lost the cheeks?
We lost the cheeks.
We lost the cheeks.
No.
No cheeks losing. Hold on. Just one sec. Look at that. We're gonna start again. You know,
there we go.
Cheeks right there.
There we go. Jordy and Grace and Nikita Lyons. Now, let me tell you, I just found out today Drake is in her DMs. So we've all lost. We've all lost. We've all lost. It's over.
That's it. It's over.
Hey, we didn't lose yet. Cause Drake ain't getting the ring yet and fight for it, so we ain't lose shit. So I see Champagne Poppy in the WWE ring taking a bump. We ain't lose the goddamn thing.
Now, does anybody want to guess who the one is in the middle with the Jason mask?
Now I wanted to know who the hell is that with them nice little cheeks.
It's gonna surprise you when I tell you who it is.
I kind of figured it is anyway. I'm trying to think, and I can't think of no. Who the hell is that?
I think you turned yourself off.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
There I am. So they didn't even hear me. All right. So, is she in AEW?
Yes.
Is she in like Nyla Rose?
Yes.
Oh, no!
Wow. I have nothing to say because I don't want to say it.
I'm
still gonna say
my
it.
sexuality to say she has some nice cakes.
I'm not.
She got some cakes.
She has a vagina.
She has the
She
cheeks.
used to have a penis, but she has a vagina. And I'm comfortable in my sexuality to say she has some nice cakes.
Hey, listen here. If I say The Rock can pound me, then I can say Nyla Rose got some nice cheeks.
Oh man. Oh wow. But yeah, shout out to the cheeks of the weeks. Nyla Rose, first time. Nice.
Also available on her OnlyFans page.
Oh yeah, right?
She has an OnlyFans page. Yeah.
Oh, she has an OnlyFans.
Yesterday I seen Alex, Natalia's sister. She's got an OnlyFans page.
Oh yeah?
And potentially Natalia might be on there too.
I'm okay with this.
I'm kind of okay with that.
Just based on the picture that they put on Twitter together, and it was tagged to her OnlyFans, I feel like Natalia might be making some cameos on her OnlyFans. And there was a lot of titty meat in this picture.
A lot of titty meat. You hear them.
Yes. All right. Now, since I made a drastic error and forgot to send Alex his booking results, we're going to start with Dragon Force this week.
Oh, yeah. Dragon Force.
We're going to start there, and then we will get into our beef on the internet.
Oh, yeah, cause boy, I've been waiting all day for this.
I bet you were.
I ran and did errands. It's like I got to make sure I'm home by 5 o'clock because I got some shit I got to get off my chest.
All right, let's get into Dragon Force.
I feel you. Let's go.
Oh, hold on. Oh, man. So, wait, which week is this one? We're in
May.
April.
We're now in May.
I know, but we're in April, the last one I had, right?
Yeah, your last one was Sacrifice.
Okay, so yeah, sacrifice. We have Wardlow losing to Cesaro for the title. And have you ever think when you're going to have your match with my Cesaro?
It's going to be in tonight's episode. We're going to have our number one contender.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I can do what I was going to do, and I am going to have Cesaro go against Sheamus in a non-title bout to see if your number one champion doesn't win. Sheamus becomes number one champion in my place to fight Cesaro for the belt.
Ooh.
Of course.
Right after that, we're going to kick off with our man, Paul Heyman, coming out to address the audience, apologizing for last week, and then apologizing to not give a fuck about people and their feelings.
That's how Paul Heyman leaves their fans.
I love that. That makes me feel at home.
That's good. I'm glad I rearranged this today.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Paul Heyman start off telling everybody that the match is coming up soon. We must show that we are strong. We must show that we are violent. And now going forward, we are going to show how tough our guys really are. So every match tonight will have some stipulation, but the winner outcomes of these matches will lead to future title events or to bigger pushes down the road. But whoever ends up losing their match, there will be a gauntlet for them. Whoever loses that is going to be put on the sidebar from my Wrestling Federation for 6 months.
You know what's funny? I'm going to be doing something similar.
Oh, damn.
He's talking about this.
Damn.
So the next match we're going to have Mr. Wardlow versus R-Truth in a nice fun match. And I already feel like R-Truth is going to win because people just like R-Truth.
Word. Definite win.
Right after that match, we're going to have a women's match, and we're going to have our women's champion, Dana Bruzzo. Well,
no, Sasha beat her, didn't her?
I know. No, check it out. Our women's champion, Dana Peruzzo. Because we don't know if Sasha is even at my Wrestling Federation. She's gonna walk out on people.
Oh man.
We gotta keep the kayfabe alive.
Yeah.
Sasha might have walked out. The belt was laid at Paul Heyman's room. Might have to find a new champion. Dana Peruzzo's already claiming herself to be champion again, even though she hasn't won it.
Okay.
And the crowd is hype.
We're gonna have Dana Peruzzo go against Victoria in a number one contenders match to see who will be crowned the new champion of our belt. Then we're gonna start off with a nice tag team match, seeing how AOP, for some fucking reason, you people like this people. We're gonna have
That's how much
AOP,
they like him.
We're gonna have AOP versus the Right to Censor.
And you know AOP is starting a promotion, right?
I know this is gonna be weird because it's still not gonna change my narrative.
Of course.
Man.
Was that your main event, or you got another match?
You got another match?
Oh no, I got one more match. I just gotta pull up my card of all my guys again.
Cool.
This one's gonna be a nice fun one. So we're gonna have a nice little we're gonna have a nice non-title bout to see where these guys stand at, and it is gonna be Tommaso Ciampa versus Isaiah Swerve in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Falls Count Anywhere.
And that will conclude Dragon Force for this week. And the outcome of this week will set the outcome going into next week.
All right. Now, let's set up what happened on Instagram last night.
Oh, man.
So, obviously, the whole world now knows that Sasha and Naomi walked out on Raw. According to WWE's side, they refused to take on the six-pack challenge. They said they're being mistreated, and they left the titles in John Laurinaitis' office. Now, allegedly, somebody that knows Sasha and Naomi very well, they posted on Twitter. They were approached months ago about teaming up. They weren't excited about teaming up. They said, you know what? We'll make it work. They got the title. They got the titles at WrestleMania, and now all of a sudden they've been told they don't have a storyline as a team until after Money in the Bank, which is still 2 months away.
Wow.
So they were put in this six-pack challenge, and then they went directly to Vince. Vince said, okay, we'll change it. And then Vince went to the producer and said, let's change it. And the producer came back to them and said, you're being a bitch. Well, not in those exact words. They said, you're being difficult.
Wow.
After Vince already told the producer to change it. So then that's when they said, fuck this, we're leaving.
They're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone, ladies and gentlemen. Sasha Banks and Naomi are gone.
Sasha Banks is gone again. Because remember, she left after WrestleMania 35 when the Iconics won. She walked out that night. She didn't come to Raw the next night.
Now she brought Naomi with her to go out.
I saw a joke. Hold up. I saw a joke and said, now, how are the Usos getting home if Naomi left?
That's fucked up and also funny as shit. Now,
somebody's got to drive them.
Yo, word.
Now, also with this, that is also, I find to be funny, is the fact that Sasha Banks stopped following everybody in WWE except for Roman, John Cena, Naomi, and her fan pages. Everybody else on Twitter is gone. She deleted everyone and then said, I wouldn't be where I'm at or have the money I am for Vince, so thank you, Vince. Do this really mean that she really finally left, bro?
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out, because also a lot of people on the internet say, oh, it's a work, because WWE actually put out a press release as it was happening.
But we all know WWE, they ain't number suppliers. Sorry, I couldn't spit.
Now, the other thing that happened on the internet, last night I came across an account by some random man. I'm going to call him a smark. He was very pleased that Naomi and Sasha walked out. He says they are talentless. He said they were bitches, hoes, they suck. Bianca Belair is 10 times better than them. Bianca Belair is good, but it is not a marginal difference. He said they're a waste of time on the show. He said some other shit. And I commented, who hurt you? And then I also commented, punctuation save lives, because this was just one long sentence. It was like a 15-line paragraph with no punctuations.
I have something for that guy.
And
what do you gain from that?
Yes. So then I tagged Alex, because I know he was gonna go ham on this nigga. So take it away.
So after reading the comments, reading that long ass sentence with no periods, punctuations, or fucking anything, I sat up here and all I said was, "Oh," because he responded back to you, but you was asleep.
Right.
He said that they should be gone because since then Bianca Belair has been wanting to be Sasha Banks so fucking bad, to the point that now they're gone and now she can be what she want to be. And I was like, how did that make any sense? I said, she came in as the EST. Sasha Banks came in as the boss. Those are two different people. Now, WWE want to make her into the boss. That's what they're going to do. Look what they did with Roman to his cousin, The Rock. They try to make him like his cousin. He can't do it. But he got over his own way, just like Bianca. I said, now, you over here sound like a bitch. Your feelings are hurt. But if you want to know how we really feel, you could tune into the Ultra Hills podcast tonight at 8 o'clock, and we can give you the real line work. something light at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know.
And then this whole ass nigga deleted the comments and blocked us because it's not even in the, you know, because if you go into your settings, you go into your recent activity, it's not there anymore.
What a smart.
Yeah. So we fucking blocked it on top of deleting the comments. We're blocked.
He's lucky. Lucky I can't find him. Look, he's lucky I can't find him on my main account, but my other account, I will find you, and I will fuck you up because you got me fucked up.
Word,
bitch.
man.
Word.
Out of pocket for that shit.
That's more than
Way out of pocket.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, the way I'm feeling, if I do come across that account and I find it, I'm gonna just take this clip and send it to him directly and be like, "You a bitch." And if you're a female, you still a bitch. It don't make no damn matter how you feel.
Now, mind you, this was a black male shitting on these two black female superstars. Like, I'm not saying you just have to like them because they're black, but they are heads and above. Well, first of all, I'm not even a fan of Naomi, but I respect what she does because I have nothing negative to say about her. I just don't like her as a character. But I'm not going to shit on her just because I don't like her as a character. I still think she's tremendously athletic. She's obviously earned where she's been, even though she came in as like she was a dancer. She came in during the John Laurinaitis era because he was just hiring dancers and bikini models and shit. So she came in a weird way, but she's dedicated herself to being a professional wrestler. So I respect that.
Word.
But again,
I can't get mad at that.
I can't
get mad at that. Now, the thing that bothers me the most is how the internet of wrestling fans are so divided over this whole thing. And I'm like, yo, y'all wanted these women to be the best in WWE, and then they do what they did, put their bodies on the line, been injured, came back, and still dance on y'all, for y'all. Did everything they want. They damn near was like slave monkeys. They damn near did everything you wanted, and you people still shitted on them.
What's up,
and
Balor?
then when it comes down right to it of, oh, we want to be title champions, we want a story. We don't want to get pitted to that challenge. Hit other people that hasn't got a chance like do dropping them in it, and you don't want to do it. Now y'all all are like, oh, well, you're a wrestler. You get paid to perform, so you should perform still, bruh. You can't have your cake and eat it too, bruh. You want to see all the other wrestlers make it? That's great. The two women that was going to give it to them couldn't get it done, so they walked out, and y'all are pissed off at them for doing that. I ain't seen nobody mad at Stone Cold when he walked out on WWE. Not a damn soul.
Okay, CM Punk famously walked out on WWE. Royal Rumble 2012, 13. I'm bad with years.
After the assault with Kane and stuff, like in the work, just to try to get him out, forcibly get him out of the Royal Rumble.
No. He just after the show he left and he didn't come to Raw the next night. He said I'm done. Because that was when he was working. He had a staph infection. The company doctor saying no, you're fine. Meanwhile, his private doctor says no, you need to get surgery to get this shit taken out of you. So they wouldn't give him time off to go get surgery. So on Twitter, Matt Cardona, he posts the picture of him in the wheelchair with Kane being thrown off the stage. He says, if I could go back in time, the night I was pushed off the stage in a wheelchair on Raw, I should have walked in Johnny Ace's office, placed my neck brace on the table, and walked out because I wasn't being respected enough as the internet champion. So even Matt Cardona's taking a shot at them. He's saying you're not important enough because he's making a joke of his joke title. So he's even disrespecting them.
As he should, man.
Now, CM Punk quote tweeted this. If you go back in time to stand up for yourself, you should stand up for workers too. So, CM Punk put him in his place.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like this shit makes no sense. Like I fully read the whole entire tweet of what they wanted to do, and it makes sense. If I'm a wrestler, I already been your WWE champion multiple times. I done did everything. You put me in a tag team I don't want to fucking be in. But I'm going to make it work. We selling merch. You got people fucking hyped to see us. We out there doing everything we can. You have no story for us, but you want us to be in a six-pack challenge that they wanted Naomi to go over and win, and they wanted Naomi to fight Bianca Belair, Sasha to fight Ronda, but neither one of them was going to win the match. So what was the purpose of the payoff?
Exactly.
Just to get buried by part-time.
oh yeah, you're a former women's champion. If you get beat by the new women's champion, it pushes them. Push who? Bianca Belair already been pushed. She beat Becky Lynch. Ronda just beat Charlotte. What push do you need? You beat the two biggest people that's in the company right now. Anybody else under that is like nothing.
By the way, Ronda and Raquel had an amazing match.
Oh yeah,
I did not expect that.
That was a good fight.
I did not expect that.
Holy crap,
because you know Raquel's like 6 foot and you can't teach that.
Word.
But like, yeah, like that shit still pisses me off because people are like, yeah, well, you know, they're wrestlers, they get paid to do it. Now they don't want to do their job. Motherfucking niggas in sports did the same thing. When niggas were getting treated right, they fucking didn't do their job. Why? Because it's not about the money. Motherfuckers don't do everything about money. They do it because that's what they love to do. You can't always think everybody gets paid, they have to do something. Niggas can walk out from $1 billion. Look at Dave Chappelle. Walked away from $3 million.
Exactly.
Why? Because of how he felt. Not how the fuck the show was. It ain't like he didn't give a fuck about the fans. It's just the fact that he didn't feel right about what the hell was happening with him. Like, fuck that. Y'all people all this, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all people stupid as hell. I don't understand y'all no more.
Think about it this way. Even though this is a predetermined sport, I'm gonna call it a sport instead of entertainment. It's a predetermined sport. If Roman Reigns, the current biggest star in the world, in the profession, if he doesn't say, no, I'm not doing the big dog gimmick anymore, he doesn't mean anything anymore. But because it's a woman, a black woman, going up to the company full of white male executives saying, no, I'm not doing this, you're being difficult. But it's okay for Roman to do it.
Yeah, it's right. It's okay for Roman
it's a double standard.
It's okay to Roman to take out. And I'm not
making it a racial issue, but it's clearly there.
And it bothers me so much that as soon as John Laurinaitis
comes back, there's problems.
All of a sudden now, everything had to deal with the talent and just going down track here. But Triple H was running it. Everybody was getting their shine.
Yeah.
Who names was getting out there. Even people that wasn't even in title pictures was still making a name for themselves. You come along and now everybody's sitting back. Where's Doudrop been at since you've been on the main roster?
Well, and you've ruined fucking Doudrop. Piper Niven was fine as she was. I mean, even if you just want to, give her the stupid gimmick, but don't give her the stupid fucking name. She was one of the biggest female stars in the UK, after, Paige and all of them left. And Tony Storm was Australian. But after Paige and that group left, she was one of the biggest stars in Europe. You put her in NXT. She does perfectly fine as is. And then you bring her to the main roster and you change her gimmick. You change her name to be the lackey for fucking the pink-haired chick. Eva Marie. And then she fucking leaves in 2 months. In 2 months, you fire this bitch. And now Doudrop is stuck with that name and that gimmick, and her entire career in WWE is now ruined because you can't do anything about that.
Mm-hmm. It's just a long list of wrestlers or superstars. Mind you, superstars.
Let's go to fucking Asuka. Asuka was a fucking dominant beast in NXT. You bring her to the main roster, you treat her like a fucking Asian star in a 70s B-roll movie. What the fuck? How is that not racist? Shinsuke can't speak on TV. He speaks like fucking mumbling. How is this fucking racist the way they treat the Asians in WWE? But it's okay.
Hey, let's not forget her and Kairi Singh. They was the Kabuki Warriors. It wasn't even their choice of name. They was giving them names and they just had to pick it. They couldn't even come with their own name. Kabuki Warriors is the most racial name you could think of for two Asian people.
Exactly. What about Walter? His name, Gunther.
I'm gonna let that one slide. That one's
nah. You didn't let that slide last time. You said you were pissed about that one. You were. I
think it was more of a coincidence that they named him after a fucking Nazi. I think it's coincidence.
Coincidence?
It's a coincidence.
Coincidence? I think not.
I think exactly. Thanks, Alex. I think not. I think not. That's another list on there. Let's not forget freaking what's my man the Oos name? What's my Oos?
Little Oos, Siko Sikola.
Siko Sikola, whatever his name is now, like Siko Sikola.
His name should be Joshua Oos. I'm sorry, not Joshua. He's what is his real name? He's Joshua. Joshua Uso.
Joshua Uso. It should have been that, and it should have been the third twin and the Uso to bring him up.
Because he's one of the highest rated people in NXT. So when he comes to the main roster, and you've already said he's Samoan.
He's a bloodline relative.
When he comes to, he's just not going to be with the bloodline. Well, they might break up by then because it looks like Jimmy's about to get kicked out. But anyway,
Roman's going to turn face soon, so
yeah. But he's just not going to do anything with them. Come on.
I want him to fight Roman.
Fucking Rex Steiner.
Braun Breaker.
Seriously?
Another one.
You finally bring in his dad at the fucking Hall of Fame and for NXT for like 2 weeks. So he has a completely fucking different name, but you're using his dad in a storyline. How does that make any goddamn sense?
Doesn't make fucking sense.
How do we get on this tangent?
It's just these name changes. It makes us pissed. I know.
It's not even about you're insulting my intelligence. It's insulting my intelligence for me to think this is now a totally different person, and you've had this person on your programming.
This is why
you own NXT on the same fucking channel. It's not like you're still hiding it on the network. It's on the same fucking channel every week. Mm-hmm. And you're now telling me this is a different person. This person has a different personality. This person has a different backstory.
Yeah, you're right, Valador, too. This is Rusev all over again.
Oh my god!
The fans are clearly behind them, but they're selling the merchandise. But instead of capitalizing,
where is Miro?
On that,
Miro hasn't been on TV in like 3 months.
Miro's been gone
since he lost the TNT channel. I think he had like 2 more matches over the next month.
And
this man is gone. Where is Miro? Where is one of the best people on your roster?
I don't even see him streaming, bro.
I literally seen his wife doing more stuff on TikTok and Instagram than I've seen him online.
Yeah, I would watch Miro versus Samoa Joe right now.
Samoa Joe?
Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe.
I ain't gonna lie, Samoa Joe just kind of a bad name.
Sounds like a dope name, though.
The Japanese twin of Samoa Joe.
Oh, damn.
B-A-R-S. Samoa Joe.
Bars, Samoa Joe.
Miro versus Jay Leto. Miro versus... who else? Will Hobbs.
Any other matches? Shit.
Something. I get that they do this thing where they rotate the talent every couple weeks, but it's been months and he's not injured. Did he piss somebody off backstage?
I really want to see Miro versus Samoa Joe. That's something we never got to see in NXT. We never got to see on WWE. I really want to see this.
There's a lot. Well, we're now in AEW.
Now we're in AEW.
There's a lot of cliques in AEW. There's the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Bullet Club clique. So under that umbrella, you have Paige, you have Jungle Boy, you have Orange Cassidy, the Best Friends. Those are all people that are the Dark Order. They were all brought in at the beginning on the recommendation of Kenny and the Young Bucks, and they all stink up when they're on TV. They're just a complete waste of fucking time.
Well,
and then you have the Cody clique that are now like exiles because Cody's gone. The whole factory. Then you have people like Darby Allin. He's okay because he's getting pushed. Jade Cargill's okay. She's getting pushed. But everybody else, MJF is getting pushed. Yeah. But everybody else that Cody brought in, they're just
in the sideline somewhere.
You don't exist anymore because Cody's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you have the FTR clique. Well, not that they've brought people in, but people that think like FTR.
House of Black.
And then you have that other group of, we came in because we're ex-WWE people, but we don't really have a place because, not that we don't have a place, that they're allowed to do what they want to do, but it's not very good.
It's a lot of circles in AEW. Huh?
Exactly. There's a lot of cliques. There's a lot of division backstage at AEW.
Speaking of cliques, though, on the other side.
What is the next?
See what I did there?
I don't even remember.
Speaking of other cliques on the other side.
Yes, Liv Morgan is Bullet Club.
Yeah.
And what's so funny is somebody online was like, someone online before we even talked about it was like, Liv Morgan should just be like, join AJ Styles and them and go against Edge in their group. And I was like, that would be dope. It didn't happen. I was like, well, damn. Did somebody notice beforehand?
I knew this was gonna happen.
You know what's funny? My homie at work said this is gonna happen because because Rhea joined, so now she's in the feud with Liv, and then you got the other feuds happening. It's like, oh yeah, Liv's gonna join Finn Balor and AJ. I was like, Nah, that don't sound right. But you know what? I'm glad it happened.
I'm glad it happened.
I'm glad it happened.
Yeah, I'm glad it happened.
We got
it's
the
like,
Jersey native being a Bullet Club member.
It's some kind of. It feels right to use Liv in something like this.
The most unofficial official Bullet Club member ever.
Yeah,
I'm happy for Liv. I'm very happy for Liv. I've been following her career for a while now, so it's good. It feels good for me.
I just been following her for a while. Let's not me lie. I don't stalk. I just follow.
And now, one of the new things they're doing on Raw, it's the Cody Rhodes countdown. They did it last week. Because last week, he didn't do the opening promo. It was Orton and Riddle that did the opening promo. Mm-hmm. But after that, they said, because he was having the United States title match, they said, at 10 o'clock, Cody Rhodes will be facing Theory. At 10 o'clock. So tonight, he didn't have a match. He was just having a promo. But they did the same thing. Cody Rhodes countdown. And that countdown was to 10 o'clock. Same thing. Because they put that up at 8:05.
You know how much money Cody had to pay for that?
No, Cody Rhodes is being pushed as the guy.
He is.
And it's coming out that the negotiations with Roman were taking place at the same time as the negotiations with Cody. So the Roman, taking time off in his new contract just became official. But they were talking about it, 2 months ago when Cody was trying to get back to WWE. So they knew if they bring Cody in, they have to make him the guy. So when Roman starts taking his time off in the house shows,
I can't wait for that match.
They have to have a guy in place.
You know they're gonna have the match, and that's how they're gonna transition.
I think Drew McIntyre happens first.
Either way, whoever gets the belt to Cody.
I don't think Cody's going to face him before September. Because September is the UK show, and I'm pretty sure Drew's winning the title in the UK.
I really want this. I want him off of Seth Rollins already. There's another match that we have.
Yeah, I know.
What? A Hell in a Cell match?
Now, the other controversy, well, not controversy. Well, the other thing going with Cody, obviously him and Brandy had the show Rhodes to the Top on TBS, TNT, AEW programming. So originally when Cody first left AEW, they were saying they were still going to put out season 2. It's already been filmed. It was filmed between like October and December last year. So it's in the can. It's now canceled. So AEW has to fill that time slot.
What are they gonna fill it with? That's the real question.
Yeah, that's the only thing. What is it? What's more entertaining than Rhodes to the Top?
Please tell me I saved this article.
What catches our eye on TBS?
No, I didn't save it. Damn it. Anyway, they have a whole bunch of names of shows. It's going to be, you know how they do the countdown to whatever pay-per-view is coming up? Mm-hmm. It's going to be like that, but just a weekly show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, I don't remember what the names are. I'm really mad I didn't save that article. Or did I save it over here? One second.
My mother said when I was younger.
Okay, I don't have it. But yeah, that's the point. Is they're gonna be doing
I'm still over here upset at that whole nigga deleted.
Yeah, they're doing a countdown show to replace the time slot for what would have been Rhodes to the Top, and it's just going to be those 8 weeks. It's not going to continue beyond that for now. For now, it's not going to go any further.
Valor says they know about the Walter name. Old white guys love to watch History Channel. They knew.
Maybe.
That makes so much sense now.
That does make sense.
Now, on the flip side, Brandy has said she is excited to be a mother, and taking time away from TV gives her a lot of freedom with her baby that looks just like her but is white.
It is a white baby.
And I find
got her eyes though.
I find it funny how she married a white guy, but she's still a single mother.
Damn. You deserve one of these, sir.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Damn, that hurt.
That did hurt.
Of course.
He goes from being an executive to an employee, and now he leaves his wife to be a single mother.
Hey man, sometimes you got to be the American dream.
Because the interview she did for I forgot what website it was. I think it was Sportskeeda for WrestleMania. It's like, oh yeah, my husband's off being a rock star and I'm home with the baby.
You know, she had a lot of time on her hands when she was in AEW. Before being a mother, or even after, because
she was the chief brand officer, brandy officer, if you will.
But now she's a stay-home mother.
Yes. But she does have the show coming on TBS. She has her own show. It's basically the drinking channel, show from YouTube, but it's going to be on TV. Unless that got canceled too, but I haven't seen anything saying that it got canceled.
I don't know. They had people from both from any in any wrestling company.
That deal was independent from AEW, the TV show. That was happening regardless of them leaving.
True.
Now, Eric Bischoff popped his head up.
And we were talking about it earlier.
And he's just going off on CM Punk for no reason.
Oh, man.
No reason at all.
It's Eric Bischoff.
It's Eric Bischoff, though.
He said, talking about CM Punk, he convinced himself since he could win scripted fights, he could win a real one. So CM Punk replied, wrestling Twitter needs to stop amplifying all the
bad faith
taking carny dipshits. They had their moment in the sun. Let them die in the dark with their ego podcast. Quote me.
Well, he's not wrong.
And I will.
So then Bischoff comes back and compares and says some sort of comparison between Bryanson and Adam Cole going to AEW to Savage and Hogan and Outsiders going to WCW. Whatever. And then he doubled down on the statement because CM Punk didn't reply. And he says CM Punk is not the financial investment that he's made out to be. He's the biggest flop in wrestling history. Wow. No, Kevin Nash is the biggest flop. Excuse me. True. Diesel is the biggest flop.
Yeah,
Diesel in WWF was the biggest flop.
It was.
Statistically, the worst champion ever.
So, look, he tried
worse than Jack Swagger is World Heavyweight Champion. And that was pretty bad.
I mean, this match here.
Now, Chris Jericho on his podcast had something to say about what Eric Bischoff was saying about CM Punk. He kind of forgot, he kind of missed the plot because that's what CM Punk does. And he decided to bring up his match with CM Punk at WrestleMania 28.
28, yep.
So CM Punk went on to tell the story about the conversation he had with Vince McMahon. This was booked like November, December for WrestleMania. Jericho shared that he went to Vince. Vince said, "You're going to have a 2-minute match at WrestleMania." That was Vince's plan. It was just going to be a 2-minute squash match.
But that match was a little longer.
Yeah.
When I saw it, it was actually one of the greatest match I've seen on that so far, besides Cena and Rock.
Let's see. I said, Vince, we can't do that at Mania. He goes, well, what is he supposed to do? You insulted his family. You insulted his sister. You poured alcohol down his throat. What are you supposed to do? Tackle, drop down, leapfrog? And I was like, he has a point. He has a point. So we decided that Vince came up with the idea, if CM Punk gets disqualified, I win the title, so he couldn't go completely crazy, and we could have a match with actual rules. And that had to be followed to make the psychology work. That's just a little scoop for you guys. So that's why they added the stipulation that Punk would win in any sort of Jericho would win the title, even if it's via disqualification.
I remember that too. It was a good heel part on Jericho too.
Yeah. Because that was really cutting close to home. All those promos that Jericho were doing on your family.
It was,
and very true, because the truth is usually the best wrestling booking.
Exactly. Look at Matt and Edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
First of all, that wasn't booking. That was just a nigga trying to kill a motherfucker. That's all.
Now I left out. I actually left out another slide. I just noticed. So tomorrow night on Dynamite,
Okay.
we have the face-off between Chris Jericho and William Regal. Because after William Regal dropped Jericho with a punch last week, we're going to have the Japs, Jericho Appreciation Society.
I'm sure you meant that. Yeah.
Yes, Japs. not WWE and their racist Asian stuff.
Nah,
So it's going to be the Jericho Appreciation Society potentially taking on Moxley and Bryanson. I don't think they're going to use Yuta in this because you need Santana Ortiz and Eddie Kingston because they've been feuding with Jericho for a while. So I think they're going to take Wheeler Yuta out. And you're going to have a 5-on-5 match somehow, some way. And because Regal's there, we can't call it War Games. So is he going to scream blood and guts?
Blood and guts. I mean, it's a close second.
I'm picturing my head. I'm picturing my head with his British accent. War Games.
Guts.
Blood. Nah, see, it don't even sound right. See, the
Yeah,
word
it
blood
doesn't
don't even
sound
right.
right.
Blood and guts.
Now watch him slip up and just say War Games anyway.
Blood and guts.
He gonna be
War
like,
Games.
yeah, we're going to war, blood and guts. It's a little too late, bro. You stick with it. You already said it.
Yeah, I can see him just saying "fuck it." I don't care. I'm gonna say War Games anyway.
So pretty much he's using the same stipulations that what he used on NXT to here.
Well, that we don't know yet because this is happening tomorrow night.
I haven't seen
because
last week.
Last week Jericho was doing a whole thing. He was shitting on Blackpool Combat Club. They came out, and then while the Jericho's group was jumping Blackpool, Santana Ortiz and Eddie Kingston came out and helped them. So
okay.
So that's why you now have the two babyface groups taking on the Japs.
Well, that makes sense.
The Japs.
that does
The
make
Japs
sense.
and then BCC and LAX. You got a bunch of letters.
A lot of yeah.
And not BBC. That's something
Know
totally
your
different.
ABCs then.
BARS. Bars.
Bars.
Like that.
If you don't know your ABCs,
Like the alphabet versus alphabet.
What a week.
Yeah. And the week gets even stranger.
Yeah, it does.
Jeff Hardy and Danhausen had a conversation. So
Very nice.
Jeff Hardy said to Danhausen, what if you painted your face like the Fiend and call yourself the Friend?
You know what's funny? When I read that,
That would be me.
I was like, I'm with this.
I feel like
I'm with this just for the fuck of it.
I'm not against it either.
I might.
I feel like it would fit Danhausen and kind of put him in a different place of fandom at that point.
the Friend.
And I just want to hear what Bray got to say about it.
The thing is, I wouldn't want it as an ongoing thing. It just need to be for like one match. It'd be like the only match he fucking wins.
I'm about to say not one match. There's got to be something where Danhausen feel like he needs to dig deep down inside to pull it out. So it's got to come out every once in a blue moon.
Oh, like Finn Balor Demon. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I gotta copyright it.
The Friend.
I got a tag, friendly villain. It almost sounds similar. His gimmick now, it sounds similar. I feel like Jeff Hardy told him because he was thinking of me. And I was like, this doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
I like Danhausen though. Oh, we love Danhausen.
Yes.
You gotta love that.
Love that Danhausen.
You gotta love that Danhausen. So I'll let it go. I'll let it work.
Everybody loves that Danhausen.
You have my permission, Danhausen.
Oh, on the Cody side, I forgot one thing on the Cody segment.
Oh yeah.
In an interview with Ringside News, Cody Rhodes said he's the best wrestler in the world.
Hey man, you gotta speak it into existence. I say that I'm the biggest hater of Mr. Man, and can nobody prove me wrong? But I know there's somebody out there that can prove me wrong. Look at Iron Sheik.
And he went on to clarify in the same interview, I'm not doing that to slight anyone. I'm doing that because that's what I need right now is that confidence in myself that I am the best in the world. I'm currently, this is the highest I've ever been in my life, and this is what's going to carry me to the next level if there is a next level beyond where I am right now.
So with that, I would say show us. Go
Exactly.
ahead, show us.
Exactly.
Because you're on. I mean, we don't disagree.
The fact
What he's been through.
that WWE, Vince McMahon, was willing to let you keep your name, your gimmick, all your copyrights, your
all your
music,
everything.
you have everything that you had on the independent scene and in another promotion. Vince doesn't do that.
He doesn't. For nobody.
For nobody.
Not even Broken Matt Hardy. He had to change his name to Woken.
You have everything that you own in WWE, and they've given you the top spot. You better take it and run with it.
Hell yeah.
And don't give it up until somebody snatches it from you.
Mm-hmm. You better beat the head of the table or the Claymore. You know?
Yeah.
and you'll make a name for yourself. Definitely.
Yeah.
But Cody's been on fire.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. He's been on fire this whole month of returning to WWE.
Yeah.
You know, it's doing great. So I wish him the best of luck on that.
We haven't talked about Dark Side of the Ring in a very long time. Go ahead. Go ahead real quick.
No, I was gonna say Valdor sent me a message. Sent me a DM on Instagram, and it says attending the WWF live events in late May 1996. Sorry, no Diesel.
All right, we haven't talked about.
That's funny.
We haven't talked about Dark Side of the Ring in a while because there's no season 4.
No, it's been canceled.
It was canceled.
It's been canceled.
The producers of the show, they asked Vice for more time to film the next season, and they were declined because they are having a hard time getting people on the show now after the Ric Flair plane ride from hell episode.
Yeah, right.
Nobody wants to talk.
Because they saw the aftermath of that.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk. Not only Flair, RVD looks like shit. Tommy Dreamer looks like shit. Who else was in that episode? JR looks like shit.
Oh yeah. Wasn't Mick Foley there?
Foley, no.
No, Jericho was there.
Well, Jericho's the fucking host of the show.
Well,
He's the narrator.
you still look like shit.
I don't think.
Of course.
Jericho, I love you, man.
But yeah, nobody wants to talk anymore after that episode. So they're having a real hard time getting commentary from people in the business. So the producers are looking to take on other wrestling projects, and that is
Light Side of the Ring.
Light Side of the Ring.
Light
Yes.
Side of the Ring.
It's called WWE Network documentaries.
Wow.
The Light Side of the Ring.
So everything will be edited, right?
Like how did you? They did a fucking Jimmy Snuka documentary, and you don't mention his fucking murder.
Of course.
So everything's gonna be edited, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Or like
Yeah,
how
we talk about everything: the murder, the drugs. We on all of it.
Or we could talk about The Rock's dad playing strip poker with teenagers. Anyway, yeah.
We could talk about that, but at the same time, I still want to talk about one thing that happened. I want to talk about how Vince McMahon paid off the cops to get Jimmy Snuka out of there and going to jail.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to talk about that the most.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah. Yeah, they vaguely talked about it on Dark Side of the Ring. They didn't get deep into that part of the story.
Yeah, I need them to talk about that because it ain't like they're going to be like, oh, we're going to work for Vince. Nobody gives a flying shit. I'll talk all shit I can about that man.
Yeah. So the thing about Rocky Johnson, I just found that out last week.
I never knew that. What the fuck?
On Jim Cornette's podcast. He was talking about the complete historical inaccuracies of Young Rock, right? And then he just went into a complete tangent. It was like, first of all, they were glorifying Rocky Johnson like he was this big superhero. All the dark shit he was doing on the side, like playing strip pokers with teenagers, and never charged. The parents were going to the cops and shit of these girls. Never charged. Just things disappeared.
Wow.
Yeah, like the story that The Rock tells on the show where when he got fired by WWF while they were living in Hawaii, and then he started working in Memphis, and his mom said, "Oh, go find his apartment, and we're gonna move at the end of school year for Dwayne." What the fuck do you think he was doing for months, partying with young girls for months while his wife and son were supposed to be moving to come see him, and then there's no apartment for them to move to.
Jeez.
Oh my God! Wow!
I bet you that's what some
all
teenage girls
alleged.
were saying.
I have no facts. I can't be sued by The Rock. Not that I have anything to pay The Rock, but you know.
I mean, it happens.
First of all, Rock can sue me for all he want. All he gonna get is $1 and a drink.
$7.
$7. Yeah.
$7. He can have the $7 back that he started.
Not the
with.
production, but $7.
Yeah, he can have the $7 back that he started with.
Yeah, exactly. $7 production. I remember that.
Is there any? Oh well, the Wardlow thing that you talked about that I forgot to put on the list. Yeah, so Wardlow's he's going to do a Cody Rhodes this week. Remember when MJF was feuding with Cody Rhodes? Mm-hmm. For Cody Rhodes to earn the match with MJF, he had to take 10 lashes. Wardlow don't have to do that. Even though Wardlow was one of the people that whipped Cody. If you dish it, you got to take it.
He has to endure what he has. Given Cody Rhodes.
That man got reap what he sowed.
Reap what he sowed
was nothing, because he about to take them whippings like he a man and go about his business.
But yo, Wardlow is so fucking over.
He is.
He is.
He is
too over right now. I feel like it is going to. I feel like Wardlow, I mean, as over as he is now, I don't know, man. I can't be behind it. I don't know why.
Really?
I really can't. I don't know. It reminds me of all these other guys,
Goldberg,
like freaking
Ryback.
Yeah.
Well,
Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs.
That's it. They've dropped the ball with Hobbs. He gets hot, and then that's when they go into that rotation thing, and he's off TV.
That's what I'm thinking they're going to do with Wardlow.
But that's the thing. He's one of those consistent people on TV. He's never off for more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. He has to be more than a year just being hot for me. Because if he's still sticking around, then I'm going to be like, all right, I can get behind this guy.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. It's just...
So I'm looking online while we're speaking. And they're talking about Roman and the power he got in WWE right now, being side champion. They're saying he got a lot of. They're saying he got a lot of power off screen, and if he decides to bring Sasha and Naomi back and side with them, Vince and them are going to have a big issue.
Whoa, Naomi bloodline. Hello, this is the perfect time.
Exactly. That's why I told you earlier before we went on the air. This is probably a work. This is probably a work. This is probably a work.
I don't want to believe it's a work. I want to believe that they really said "fuck you" and left. Because Sasha's already done it.
What?
Sasha's already done it once.
Yeah, but
Sasha done it once, and Naomi was thinking about doing it a long time ago when they wasn't trying to give her a title shot, even though she was over as fuck then. So them leaving, what's going to happen? Sasha Banks' husband still makes costumes for WWE superstars.
Yeah, he's a seamstress.
And Naomi's husband is part of the bloodline that's on TV. That's the biggest thing right now. They don't really have to really work much. They could go do media stuff and still make their money. They don't need WWE, especially Sasha after being in the Mandalorian thing. You think Disney won't try to use her for something else?
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, she's eating on that Disney money.
She got that Disney money on lock.
I'm about to say, the highest paid wrestler in WWE female is Ronda. Sasha and them become like in third and fourth, like in a third, fourth different group of money category.
Yep.
Disney goes, hey, we're about to do a Marvel little spinoff show. We want you to be a part of it. You think she's not going to take it? And what can Missing them say? No, you can't.
Actually, they can. Because remember, WWE can choose to take percentages of your outside ventures.
Yeah, well, they can't. Well, wait a minute. Can they only take to outside your ventures when you use
unless you
your
change
name
your name?
That they own?
No, but that's like John Cena in all his movies. They take portions because they own his name.
Unless she changes her name.
They also own your image and likeness while you're under contract. So the fact
that's
that your
still weird
face,
that you own that.
The fact that your face is someone else's production, they have a right to your money. They own your image and likeness.
They walked out because they're.
I'm gonna do like Miro's wife and go get my face surgery on and be like, you can't get nothing. I don't look like that person no more.
That's probably the reason why she did it too.
All right, let's close the show with Warzone.
Yeah, let's go Warzone.
Part 2 of Ultra Fantasy booking this week. And I have a pay-per-view, No Surrender. So we're going to kick the night off with the TNA Women's Championship match. Champion Asuka will be taking on #1 contender Jordynne Grace. And the person who challenged the #1 contender, Nikita Lyons, she's now in the match also.
Hey.
Then
you know who got my vote.
And then we have a promo by Shane McMahon. He's going to recap the standings in the Pure Rules Openweight tournament that is finally over.
Nice.
5 months later, this shit is finally over.
It's finally over.
Now, there was a
That was 5
tie.
months. Jesus.
There was a tie for second place between Walter and Adam Cole. So Walter and Adam Cole will have one more match before facing the person with the best record in the main event, which was Daniel Bryanson. So match 2 will be Walter versus Adam Cole. And then match 3 will be Piper Niven taking on Tenelle Dashwood for a future title shot. Then we have the #1 contender for the WWF Championship to take on Cesaro over at Dragon Force. It will be Finn Balor versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the opening match. It is an ultimate submission triple threat match. So submissions only, weapons are legal.
Nice.
Yes, that is the gimmick match. Match number 6. The Usos, the AEW Tag Team Champions, will be taking on the Brotherhood, Cody and Dustin Rhodes, in a Tag Team I Quit match. Both members must say, I quit. And the main event to crown the first MLW Openweight Champion, Daniel Bryan versus the winner of Walter and Adam Cole. Ironic is Brian Danielson.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
How ironic.
We gotta give some love for Bryan Danielson, man.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh man.
But yeah, what a.
Yep.
I don't want to say them walking out is a work. I don't want to say it's a work.
Well, we can only see.
Yeah, we will see.
We will see a month from now because, or a week.
Let's hate on somebody that chooses to hate on other people because they're a scumbag. Virgil.
Oh damn.
You know how he charges everybody $50 for a picture?
Yeah,
That's a
right.
different ball game. bro, that's a ball game for Virgil. Throw them ball game because if you go look at Virgil like out and about somewhere, most people don't even know who the hell that black guy is. So I would charge people $50 too if you wanted something from me.
So he posted on Twitter, I'm feeling real shitty right now. To make things worse, I now have stage 2 colon cancer.
Damn.
I'm a fighter, but I need your help. I cannot afford the medical bills and would love your support. And he posted his whatchamacallit, his GoFundMe.
Wow.
So somebody commented, "Where's the $1 million man when you need him?"
Oh.
The internet is always gonna be undefeated. I swear.
I'm with them. This man's asking $50 for photos and nobody knows who the fuck you are anymore. And you can't afford to.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave that there.
I was like, bro, he need that $50 for his rent.
Word, man. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to be spiteful on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's been another vicious episode of the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast. I am Darth Messiah, and you, sir?
Alex the motherfucking Heel.
Good night, J Kid.
Good night to all, and to all a good night.
Peace.